Well, good afternoon, Loggers fans, and welcome to halftime of today's contest. I'm joined here by Coach Wendell.
Howdy, good to see you.
So, Coach, last week we were over at Lynn Field, a very faithful opponent, and I saw some good stuff in the second half.
Yeah, you know, Linfield is a tough team to go up against. They really have a good program, you know, a lot of history, and I think the beginning of the game we definitely made a few mistakes that we corrected, and by the end of the game, our offense almost punched the ball in there. We were really close, and so a lot of positives to build on. I thought our line, especially our offensive line, we were able to run the ball really well against them, and as a matter of fact, the Linfield coach after the game complimented Coach Schuerman because he said that was probably one of the best offensive lines they had gone against in the 10 years of playing the Loggers. So that was a great compliment.
That's really encouraging. And so, in the second half, the Loggers held Linfield scoreless.
We did. Defensively, we had some things that we had some kinks we had to work out. We're using a new defense this year. It's a 5 linebacker defense, and so it does present some challenges as far as covering certain sets with 3 receivers, and we worked out the kinks. And by the second half, I thought we were playing really well defensively. And then this week against Pacific, I think we'll see some similar offensive strategies, and so that's going to give us a chance to go out and prove what we've worked on this week and kind of take that test on Sunday like you would in a classroom.
So a very similar weekend this week compared to last. Get on the road Saturday, get over there, and play a good game on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, Sunday afternoon. I like that because you get your game done early enough that you can get back here at a decent hour for the kids to go to school the next day, which is a priority this week. We took Monday off, which I thought was a great audible we kind of made. Coach Slavoski and I talked about it, and we're doing things a lot of programs don't do. We're playing on Sunday and then driving 8 hours and then going to school, or in the case of coaches, going to work the next day. So taking Monday off for our kids, I gave them a test, made them go watch film and give me 5 things that they needed to work on, 5 things that they were proud of. And we'll do the similar approach this week, and then Tuesday we'll get together and talk as a team about film, go over that, and then start installing stuff for the next week, which will be, of course, a little different week because we have a Saturday game next week at home. So it's going to be a shorter week, but still having that day off is important, especially with the travel that we do.
Mm-hmm. So, how are people feeling? Any big injuries that we're concerned with? I know we've got at least one ankle that's still niggling a bit, and just a few folks a little banged up, and with the Loggers roster size, it's something that we just have to keep an eye on.
We are always cognizant of that. We are always flexible. We have a lot of guys that can play different spots or are willing to go in and play if called upon. That includes our tight ends, Jesse or Dylan. They'll carry a lineman number with them in case, God forbid, we have to put them in at offensive line. But Tucker's pretty banged up. But talk about a kid with a lot of heart and a Logger mentality. That's Tucker Brown. That kid, he just goes all out, never quits, never gives up, no matter how hard he's hurting. We have a few other nicks, and we have one player that's definitely out this week, and that's Alex Patterson. He's got an MRI that he's getting done today, so hopefully we'll get some good news about that. And then the last major injury, Toby Schraper. Toby is a kid that's been at the Loggers for a lot of years, but that kid has a ton of heart, and when we don't think his thumb is broken, but he did a pretty bang up job on it, and he was pretty devastated when he had to come out of the game. But we're going to wrap it up, pad it up, see if we can maybe get him into the game defensively this week, because he plays safety and there's a little less contact consistently, and you can kind of pad and protect that injury. If he's able to go, I know he's going to go, because that kid, he loves football, and He is another one of those kids that's got the Lager heart. Competition-wise, this is going to be an opponent that's better matched up against us than Linfield is, just because of the depth of their roster. So we're looking forward to it.
And I'm looking forward to a little faster start for the Loggers. You know, there were a lot of young kids last week kind of getting their first taste of college football, and with a game under their belt, I think I'm excited at least to see if we start a little stronger in quarter one instead of quarter three.
Oh, I believe we will. I told the kids, my very first thing I said to them on Tuesday when we met was, after watching the film, I was more encouraged than discouraged, because I do not believe we were talent-wise that we were that different than Linfield's lower half of their roster. I think those kids understand now, hey, I do belong on a college football field. I am good enough to play this at the college level, and so that confidence is just going to help them this week, I think, as well.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be an exciting game. We appreciate you guys tuning in, and go Loggers.
Go Loggers.